Alright guys, if y'all are new to the channel, real quick, let me tell y'all what we do. Let me tell y'all what we talk about, and that is Dynasty Fantasy Football. This is strictly a Dynasty Fantasy Football channel. Obviously, the player you clicked on, whatever team he went to, is definitely going to be discussed and how it affects that NFL team and the supporting cast around it. But our main focus is on Dynasty Fantasy Football. If you don't know what that is, just fantasy football year round. You draft one team, you always have that team throughout the entire offseason. You're making trades, you're going through, you're actually drafting rookies like your real NFL team, and it's a lot of fun. If you have never played in a Dynasty League before and are interested in joining one, we have new leagues starting every single week. Go down the description of the video, join the Discord, and that's where you're going to get all the info for that. And if you are already playing Dynasty Fantasy Football, you are at the perfect place. Make sure you go down there and subscribe. This is going to be the channel for you, but let's get into the video.
That may be the greatest catch I've ever seen in my life.
Alright guys, and y'all know if y'all been watching for the channel, I've been pushing this very hard lately just because I get y'all 2 videos a day, but it's more important now than ever. I need y'all to make sure you go down and like this video. I'm going to be putting out 4 to 5 videos a day, so I promise you, I sent that screenshot earlier with what happens in the YouTube algorithm. If I upload more than 1 video a day and y'all don't leave a like, pretty much it just kills the channel. So it's now more important than ever. Make sure you go down right now and leave a like on this video. Wow guys. I mean, I have no idea what to say. One of my bold predictions was that Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Jonathan Taylor got drafted really close together, because I know a lot of people were low on Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the Dynasty community, and a lot of people love Jonathan Taylor. And I told y'all that the NFL was higher on Clyde Edwards-Helaire than we were, but I did not know that they were this high on Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I mean, this is my instant reaction. So maybe in 2 days I talk about this and my tone has changed, but my mind is just everywhere at this moment because Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a great running back, and he lands in the best possible situation for any running back in the past 5 years. The 2020 Kansas City Chiefs with Mecole Hardman, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Sammy Watkins, Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid. All these wide receivers stretching the field, and the best quarterback in the game being able to deliver them deep balls. So safeties, I mean, the box is always going to be empty for Clyde Edwards-Helaire to run into. We're going to get into it later on in the video, exactly what LaShawn McCoy and Damian Williams were able to do in the same offense in 2018. But first, let's kind of profile Clyde Edwards-Helaire, kind of see where he is and what kind of running back he is. So he comes in at 5'7", 270 pounds. And I know a lot of people say, oh, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's small, yada, yada, yada. But I mean, I don't care how the total weight for my running backs. I don't care their height. What I care about is their BMI. If you look at correlations, it's a lot easier to see a strong correlation with BMI and touches than it is absolute weight. So if we look at his BMI, he's in the 89th percentile. So he's right there in the profiles to have the size as a 3-down running back. He's also extremely young. He just turned 21. I don't remember seeing his exact birthday, but I'm pretty sure it was within a month. So this is a running back who, it's crazy to say, but this guy's younger than I am. I mean, I can't believe that. But Clyde Edwards-Helaire at LSU had a ton of targets. That's where he proved to be a great running back. And that's why I believe the Kansas City Chiefs went out and took Clyde Edwards-Helaire ahead of DeAndre Swift, ahead of Jonathan Taylor, because yes, Jonathan Taylor is clearly a way better runner of the football than Clyde Edwards-Helaire is. But at the same time, is that efficient in today's NFL? Unless you're Derrick Henry and the Tennessee Titans, who have the best run blocking offensive line in the NFL, you're not going to win games that way. You're going to have to be able to have a running back that can catch the football, and that is what Clyde Edwards-Helaire can do. I know a lot of people want to say that he was a product of the LSU offense. I'm not going to sit here and argue against that. If you watch a lot of Clyde Edwards-Helaire tape, you look at what he did in 2019, and you want to say he's just a product of that explosive, the college football's best offense. I mean, maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong, but I'm here to saying it doesn't matter, because the Kansas City Chiefs went out and spent their first round pick on this running back. So he's going to get the starting opportunity in Kansas City in 2020. And I'm letting you know one thing right now. when you're the running back for the Kansas City Chiefs, it does not matter if you are extremely talented. It does not matter if you are a top 15 running back in the NFL. You are going to be running into a defense that has no attention on you whatsoever. You're going to have the easiest job in the NFL outside of being a backup quarterback for Tom Brady. There's nothing that you can do wrong if you are a running back in the Kansas City Chiefs offense. And let's look at this with what LeSean McCoy and Damian Williams were able to do last season. In 2019, where we know LeSean McCoy was complete dust. If you looked at him at the end of the year, I mean, he looked like he was the worst running back in the NFL. And somehow he had that starting job. And somehow it did not matter that he was near the bottom of the league in terms of running back talent at the position. He was able to accumulate 4.6 yards per carry in 34 targets in this offense. So despite being one of the league's worst starting running backs, he was still able to be extremely efficient with what he got, and he was still able to command work in the passing game. Now, if we look at their other running back who was injured throughout the majority of the season, Damian Williams, very similar situation with Damian Williams. We all know the story. He was a nobody in Miami. He gets cut, he goes to Kansas City, and becomes a superstar. A lot of people would argue that with his performance in the Super Bowl last season, he was the real Super Bowl MVP. Obviously, that's not how being an MVP works. You have to be actually the most valuable player on the team. This isn't the Heisman Trophy. But at the same time, he was able to go out there and put up 4.5 yards per carry, 37 targets. And I've always said, ever since Damian Williams emerged in Kansas City, that he was a below average running back at the NFL level. But at the same time, I went out there and drafted Damian Williams in my most recent startup draft, thinking, hey, Kansas City isn't going to bring anybody in the first round. I came on this channel and told y'all that. I came out here and said, Damian Williams, his job is safe. I doubt Andy Reid decides to push a button on a running back at the top of the draft, mainly because I believe they only had 5 total draft picks in this year's draft. So for them to go out there and invest this into Clyde Edwards-Helaire, it really shows what they think about him and really shows that they're going to be willing to give him all of the workload in 2020. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire is obviously skyrocketing up Dynasty rankings. I believe most people had him ranked as their RB5. I had him ranked as my RB4. Pre-draft, I had DeAndre Swift, Jonathan Taylor, J.K. Dobbins, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, then Cam Akers. I know most people had Cam Akers and Clyde Edwards-Helaire swapped, but people are talking already in the Discord chat right now, Clyde Edwards-Helaire 101. And I'm here saying I can't argue with it. CeeDee Lamb lands in a horrible situation. Jerry Jeudy, horrible situation. Jonathan Taylor, DeAndre Swift, neither of them go round 1. If you're in a one quarterback league, I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the clear 101 pick. If you're in a Superflex league, you can argue with Joe Burrow or Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Maybe tomorrow we see DeAndre Swift or Jonathan Taylor land in a smash spot like Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I believe both of those running backs are more talented than CEH, but at the same time, we're not drafting for our Madden teams. We're not drafting as if we're an NFL GM. I say this all the time. I know a lot of just clowns, honestly, on Dynasty podcasts talk about these players and just strictly refer to their talent and strictly refer to what they can do as a player. I mean, yes, that is very important. That's a very important piece of the puzzle. But at the same time, you have to look at the profiles of the players. You have to try to put them in buckets and see what they are and how they're going to interact in the offense with the team investment that they have around them. Clyde Edwards-Helaire profiles as a below average 3-down running back, which, yes, you can say all you want about that, but he is a great pass catcher. LSU would actually line him up on the outside and move him in motion there consistently. And he landed in the league's best offense, where they've proven to be able to get production to below average running backs that had a lot less juice than Clyde Edwards-Helaire does at this point in his career. So with Clyde Edwards-Helaire having a 5-year rookie contract, yes, he got that 5th-year option, and landing in this situation, if you want to take Clyde Edwards-Helaire at the 101, no one is stopping you. I would say the only other option that you could even consider there in Superflex leagues is Joe Burrow, and maybe, just maybe, we see DeAndre Swift or Jonathan Taylor land in a spot that's really appealing in round 2. But until then, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the 101, the easy 101 in my opinion. And yeah, that's about it. Please leave a comment. Tell me what you're doing with this situation. Tell me what I said wrong. Tell me how stupid I am. But thanks so much, guys. Really hope you all enjoyed the video, and have a great day.